So first of all, let us know what is national park. See, it is specially protected to preserve its natural beauty, wildlife and forest for public recreation and scientific interest. See here children, national park is an area which is specially protected to preserve its natural beauty, and here the wildlife and forest, okay, is used for public recreation and scientific interest. Okay, see the main difference between a national park and wildlife sanctuary, I'll explain now. Now here wildlife sanctuary, it is a place meant for providing protection for wildlife. See here, the similarity between a national park and wildlife sanctuary is that they are meant for protecting the wildlife. Then what is the difference? See, killing or capturing of animals is restricted except under the order of competent authority. Means if you have the order, if you have the approval from the competent authority, then what you can do, here you can kill the animals, but in national park you cannot do anything like that. Okay, see comparatively your wildlife sanctuaries are wider, ದೊಡ್ಡ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ large area, and national parks are comparatively smaller. Then one more thing children, ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂತ ಆದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದ್ ರೀತಿ ಜೀಪ್ ಇರ್ತದಲ್ವಾ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಲೆ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ ಟೈಗರ್ಸ್, ದ ಎಲಿಫೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ವಿಚ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರೀಲಿ, but you can visit that place. It is meant for public recreation, public entertainment ಗೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಥವಾ ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ವೆಪನ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮರ ಹಾಳಾಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಲಿ, ಒಣಗಿ ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಲಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಏನೇ ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಯು ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಾಮ್ ದೇರ್. Okay, so completely restricted. 100% restriction will be there in case of national park. See, it is meant for public recreation and scientific interest. See, endangered species will be carefully protected here. Public are not allowed to enter or walk freely here. So everything will be restricted. ನೀವು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, camera camera will not be allowed there. Okay, you cannot take anything from there. But in case of this wildlife sanctuary, no, so here there will be entrance for the people. People can go into the wildlife sanctuaries. They can get the fuel there, andre a dry timber they can get from there. Then dead animals they can get. Then the fruits like your uppage ಆ ತರದ್ದು ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುವಂತಹ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ that they can take. But what they cannot do, they cannot cut down the trees there, they cannot kill any animal without the permission of the competent authority. That is the main difference. See here, national park completely restricted, whereas your wildlife sanctuary it is partially restricted. Okay, so you can go there, definitely you can go there, you can take down the things from there, you can take the fuel materials for fuel, you can take any other resource from there. Okay, but what you cannot do, you cannot kill the animals. That is important difference between national park and wildlife sanctuary. National park comparatively smaller, whereas wildlife sanctuary is wider. Okay, here agricultural activity, no activity is allowed in case of national parks. See, first national park, it was established in United States of America, and it is popular as Yellowstone National Park. What is the name of first national park of the world, Akshay? Yellowstone. Yeah, Yellowstone National Park. Remember children, what is the name of the first national park of the world? It is Yellowstone National Park, and it is located in United States of America in the year 1872. Okay, in the year 1872, first national park of the world was established in USA, and As of now, in India, we have 99 national parks, and the first national park of India was established in Uttarakhand, and the name of the first national park of India is Jim Corbett National Park. ಈ ಜಿಮ್ ಕಾರ್ಬೆಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೈಗರ್ ಹಂಟರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರಂತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಟೈಗರ್ ಸಿಗಲ್ವಾ, ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷದ 100 ವರ್ಷದ ಗಟ್ಟಲೆ ಹಿಂದೆ. So there were many tigers. They used to what disturb the public life. So in that case, people used to hunt the tigers. So this person, Jim Corbett, he helped many people. He helped people by hunting the tigers. That is why by his name, okay, the first national park of India was established. Jim Corbett National Park of India. It is located in the state of Uttarakhand, and it was done in the year 1936. Children. Then next you have Kaziranga National Park. It is located in Assam, Kaziranga. Then you have Sundarban. You know, no children, Sundarban. It is located in West Bengal. Okay. Then next you have Gir Forest. Gir Forest is meant for protecting Sinha, lions. Okay. So Gir Forest, Gujarat. Gir National Park is located in Gujarat, children. Then you have Kanha National Park. It is located in Madhya Pradesh, Kanha National Park. Then you have Sariska in Rajasthan. Sariska National Park is located in Rajasthan. Then you have Dudhwa. Okay, Dudhwa National Park. It is located in Uttar Pradesh. Then Tadoba National Park. It is located in Maharashtra. Then Bandipur, Bannerghatta, Nagarhole. So these are all located in our state, that is Karnataka. Okay. See children, simply I have not written all these things on the board. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಇಷ್ಟಿಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಉದ್ದುದ್ದ ಹೆಸರು ಉಂಟು, ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಡ್ರಿ. ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲೋ ಡಿಸ್ಕವರಿ ಚಾನಲ್ ಯಾವಾಗಾದ್ರೂ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ, you will enjoy, okay, you will enjoy the information about these national parks. They are meant for protecting special species of animals. See here, Gir Forest I have told, no, to protect whom? It is meant to protect the lions there. Then your Sundarbans, white tigers, it is very popular. So like that, every national park has got its own speciality, and very important it is, if you are attending any UPSC exam or IAS exam or KAS exam, definitely you can expect one question from this park. Okay, your NTSC exam, everywhere. Okay, if it is a competitive examination, you can expect a question here. That is why I have written all these things. See, first national park of India is located in Uttarakhand. It is called, children, Jim Corbett National Park. Now I will call out the names. The things are written on the board. You have to tell me the state where that particular national park is located. Okay. Yes. So I will have Nikhil S. Hegde. Nikhil R. Hegde.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, tell me, in which state is Kanha National Park located?
Madhya Pradesh.
Yeah, exactly. Kanha National Park is located in Madhya Pradesh. Correct answer. Then Kripa, can you speak? Okay. Mahesh. Mahesh, tell me, in which state is Sundarban located? The national park which is popular for Sundari trees, white tigers. Yeah, tell me.
West Bengal.
Very nice. Then Rajesh, tell me the 3 important national parks of our state. 3 important national parks of our state.
Bandipura.
Yeah.
Bannerghatta.
Yes.
Nagarhole.
Correct answer. Okay. Then Karthik Gowda.
Yes, Mataji.
In which state is Kaziranga National Park located?
Assam.
Yeah, it is located in Assam. Correct answer. Tejasvi? Tejasvi?
Yes, Mataji.
What is the name of the first national park of India?
Yellow State.
Yeah, Yellowstone National Park. It is the name of first national park of the world. See, I have written United States of America, USA. No, Yellowstone National Park is the first of the world. Okay. Now tell me, Tejasvi.
Kaziranga National Park.
No, you cannot see this one. First national park of India.
Jim Corbett National Park.
Yeah, it is Jim Corbett National Park. Okay, it was established in the year 1936. It is located in Uttarakhand. Okay, then I'll have answer from Tejas. Tejas, Tejas, are you there? Oh, Tejas has left. Huh? Tejas, your phone ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ ತಡಿ. Next. Yeah, Preeti.
Mataji.
Where is Sariska National Park located?
Rajasthan.
Yeah, thank you. Then Nikhil Naik.
Thank you, Mataji.
Nikhil Naik. Okay, Neeraj, can you tell me the answer? Neeraj? No, Neeraj. Pratham Bhatt.
Yes, Mataji.
Where is Dudhwa National Park located?
Uttar Pradesh.
Uttar Pradesh. Pratham Bhatt. Where is Tadoba National Park located?
Mataji, excuse me.
Yeah, Tadoba National Park. Where is it located?
Maharashtra.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, Neha V. Hegde. Neha V. Hegde. Tell me the name of the first national park of the world.
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone National Park. It is located in United States of America. Okay, children, now let us discuss about wildlife sanctuaries. Already I have explained you the meaning. It is partially restricted area, so comparatively wider, and it is a place meant for providing protection for wildlife. Here, killing or capturing of wild animal is restricted except under the order of competent authority. Then, in India, we have 523 wildlife sanctuaries. 523 wildlife sanctuaries, 99 national parks, children. Maintenance will be easy in case of your wildlife sanctuaries. That is why you have 523. Whereas maintenance of national park is quite difficult. That is why only 99 national parks are there. And the reason is also, okay. So, endangered species ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ರಿಕ್ರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸಾಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. See, there are many national parks. So, the parts of which are also wildlife sanctuaries. So, there will be a large wildlife sanctuary, and in that wildlife sanctuary you will have a restricted region which can be considered as your national park. Okay, so 523 wildlife sanctuaries. Then in Tamil Nadu you have two wildlife sanctuaries, Annamalai and Madhumalai. Okay, Annamalai and Madhumalai, they are located in Tamil Nadu. Then you have children Dandeli, Bhadra and Talakaveri in our state. See, BR Hills, Biligiri, Rangana, Betta. Okay, what are BR Hills? Biligiri, Rangana Hills. So, Dandeli, Bhadra, Talakaveri and BR Hills. So, in Karnataka, you have wildlife sanctuaries in these places. Okay, then next one is your Periyar. Periyar means Kerala. Periyar National Park is located in Kerala. Then Jaldapara Wildlife Sanctuary. Jaldapara. It is located in West Bengal, Jaldapara. Then you have Manas, okay. Manas Wildlife Sanctuary, it is located in Assam. Then Nagarjuna Sagar, River Valley Project is also there. Then Wildlife Sanctuary is also there. Then also you have National Park here, it is located in Telangana. Then children, you have Bharatpur and also you have Ranthambore in Rajasthan. See, these are some important wildlife sanctuaries of India. So the what part of wildlife sanctuaries, they can also be converted to national parks. There are many wildlife sanctuaries whose particular part is established as national park. Okay, so this is how you can know the difference between national park and wildlife sanctuary. So in examination, there will not be any question like that. Differentiate between national park and wildlife sanctuary, but you should know that. That is very basic concept. Okay. Now let us understand something about biosphere reserves. See, these are very important ones. And one more thing. See children, these biosphere reserves, they are somewhat new concepts compared to your national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. How are they different from that? See, the main difference is people are integral part of the biosphere reserves. ಹೆಂಗಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಇನ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಏನಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಘಾಟ್ಸ್, ಸಹ್ಯಾದ್ರಿ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ರೇಂಜ್. ಹೌದಾ, ನಮ್ಮ ಸಹ್ಯಾದ್ರಿ ಪರ್ವತಗಳನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ವಿ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ ಪ್ರೌಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಅವರ್ ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಘಾಟ್ಸ್. ಹೌದಾ, ನಮ್ಮ ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಘಾಟ್ಸ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಹೇಳುವಂತಹ ಫೀಲಿಂಗು ನಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲೇ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ಲೇಸಿನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರೌಡ್ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಹೇಳುವಂತಹ ಆಸೆ ಕನಸು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಹೌದಾ, ಅವಾಗ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ, ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ದ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ದ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಅಸ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ರೀಜನ್. ಸೊ people are the integral part of biosphere reserves. So it is also meant for children what? It is also meant for conserving the wildlife, conserving the forest. But here the interest is also taken from whose side? People's side. That is why people are integral part of the biosphere reserves. Illi ವೈಲ್ಡ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಚುರಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಯಾರದ್ದು? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಬೈ ದ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಹಿಯರ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್, ಪೀಪಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ in case of biosphere reserves. Okay, then children, next one, what are the main objectives of biosphere reserves? Here you can observe, I have written 1 point, 4 point, that is involvement. Involvement on whose part? On the part of people. See, we have to create awareness among the people, no, to stop destruction of forest, to protect the wild animals. We have to create awareness among the people. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೀವು ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪೀಪಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಮೇನ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್, ಓಕೆ, ಆಫ್ ಬಯೋಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ಸ್. ದೆನ್ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್. ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್, we have to educate the people about the richness of our forest resources. Then conservation research. So these are the 4 objectives. 2 marks important question. What are the objectives of biosphere reserves? Okay, conservation, research, education and involvement. Then first biosphere reserve was established in the year 1971. It was the idea of UNESCO. It is the special wing of United Nations Organization, United Nations Educational, Scientific, Cultural Organization. UNESCO, it started a program called Man and Biosphere. Okay, what is the name of that program? Man and Biosphere. MAB means what, children? Man and Biosphere. Under this program, UNESCO started the first project in the year 1971, and India's first biosphere reserve was established in Nilgiris, Tamil Nadu. Okay, so Nilgiri Hills, what is the speciality of Nilgiri Hills? India physical features lesson. Who will tell me? What is the significance of Nilgiri Hills? Who remembers? ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಈಗ ಹೋಗಿ ಪಟಾಕಿ ತಂದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೊಡಿತೀನಿ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿ. ರಶ್ಮಿ.
Mataji, Nilgiri is a place where Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats
meet. Yeah, exactly. Very nice, Rashmi. So it is the place, very happy, thank you very much. So it is the place where Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats meet, alva? So what is that particular place? Name of that particular place? It is very popular hill station. Rashmi or Sriharsha or anyone else?
Udakamandala,
Yeah, Udakamandala. What is Udakamandala also called?
Ooty.
Exactly. Okay, thank you very much. We are very happy. So it is the place, Nilgiri Hills, it is the place where the Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats meet, and the name of that particular place is Udakamandala, Ooty, very popular hill station, no? So in this Nilgiri Hills of Tamil Nadu, okay, we have established our first biosphere reserve. Okay, then also we have Nanda Devi. Nanda Devi is one of the important mountain peaks of Himalayan mountain range. No? So in this Nanda Devi, it is located in Uttarakhand. In Nanda Devi, we have biosphere reserve. Then Nook Lake. Okay, Nook Lake. It is located in Nagaland. Then we have Manas. See here. Wildlife sanctuary is also there located in Manas of Assam. So the same Manas, it is converted to biosphere reserve. So ಇದೇ ಮಾನಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವೈಲ್ಡ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಚುರಿ ಉಂಟು. ಆ ವೈಲ್ಡ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಚುರಿಯನ್ನೇ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬಯೋಸ್ಪಿಯರ್ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದು ಮತ್ತು ವೈಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಮಾನಸ್. ದೆನ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸುಂದರ್ಬನ್. ಸಿ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್, ಸುಂದರ್ಬನ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್, ಸುಂದರ್ಬನ್ ವೈಲ್ಡ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಚುರಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಸುಂದರ್ಬನ್ ಬಯೋಸ್ಪಿಯರ್ ರಿಸರ್ವ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಈ ಸುಂದರ್ಬನ್ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಯ ಜನರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರೌಡ್ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಉಂಟು, ಅದನ್ನ ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಹೇಳುವಂತ ಆಸೆ ಉಂಟು. ಆಲ್ ಓವರ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಜನರು ಸುಂದರ್ಬನ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಹೇಳುವಂತ ಆಸೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವೈಟ್ ಟೈಗರ್ಸ್ live there. Okay, so that is why it is national park, it is wildlife sanctuary, and it is also biosphere reserve. Sundarban, it is located in West Bengal. Children, you have Simlipal located in Orissa. Then Kanchanajunga. What is speciality of Kanchanajunga? Who will tell me? Raise your hands. Yes, Akshay.
It is the second highest mountain peak of the world and the first highest peak of India.
First highest peak of India, second highest peak of world. Akshay is saying, yeah, more than yeah, Pannaga. Pannaga. What is the speciality of Kanchanajunga? Okay, Pannaga, I think cannot speak. Yeah, who is the fourth person? Sinchana Bhatt.
Much third highest peak in India.
Third highest peak in India? No, it's not like that. It is
Much third highest peak in world.
Yeah, it is the third highest peak in world. Sriharsha?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, it is. Kanchanajunga is?
Second highest peak of India and third highest peak of world.
Exactly. Second highest peak of India and third highest peak of the world. See, we consider K2, Mount Godwin Austen, as the first highest or the highest peak of our country, no? But if you check the map given by United Nations Organization, you will find Kanchanajunga as the highest peak of India, because this K2 is located in POK, Park Occupied Kashmir. ಹೌದಾ? ನಾವು ಇನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ POK ನಮ್ಮ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ UNO ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ POK ಅನ್ನ ಪಾಕಿಸ್ತಾನದ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೌಂಟ್ K2 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ 100 rupees ನೋಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಲ್ಸೋ you have the picture of this mountain peak, Kanchanajunga. Okay, you can observe it See, Kanchanajunga, it is the second highest mountain peak of India and third highest mountain peak of world. It is located in children Sikkim state. Then you have Pachmari Hills. Okay, Pachmari Biosphere Reserve. It is located in Madhya Pradesh. Then Agastya Malai. Okay, Agastya Malai. Malai andre Betta, Gudda, Parvata anta. Okay, Agastya Malai is located in Kerala. Then you have Dibru, okay, and Saikova. Dibru and Saikova biosphere reserves, they are located in Assam. Then see here, Dihang and Dibang. Dihang and Dibang, they are located in Arunachal Pradesh. So you have rivers also. Dihang and Dibang rivers are also there. Arunachal Pradesh. They are the tributaries of river Brahmaputra. Okay. So Dihang, Dibang. Here you will find mineral resource also. About that I will tell you when I teach you that lesson. Okay. Dihang and Dibang. Then you have Greater Nicobar Island. Now tell me about Greater Nicobar Island. What is special about Greater Nicobar Island? ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಭರ್ಜರಿ ಹುಷಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ. What is the significance of Greater Nicobar Island? ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ತಲೆ ಒಂಚೂರಿ ಕೆರ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ ನೋಡುವ. ಯಾ Soumya?
And Rashmi.
Soumya.
Islands are made up of pearls.
Islands are made up of corals. Okay. Then Rashmi?
They are formed due to volcanic eruption.
They are formed due to volcanic eruption. Okay. So Andaman Nicobar Islands are formed due to volcanic eruption, whereas your Lakshadweep Islands are formed due to your corals. Okay, they are coral islands, Lakshadweep. See children, one more thing I am expecting from your side. Greater Nicobar Island. Very important. Map marking question. I am giving you clue. Aniket.
Mataji, it has one volcano.
It has one volcano. Okay. That it has got volcano. Okay. But I'm expecting something different answer from your side. Here you have something very important. It is 1 mark, very important question for your exam also. That point. Yeah. Anjali. Yeah. What?
Indira Point under this island.
Exactly. Very nice. Okay. See children, in this place, in this Greater Nicobar Island, you have the southernmost tip of India. The southernmost point of India is located in Greater Nicobar Island. It is your Indira Point and it is also called Pygmalion Point on some 6-degree latitude. Okay, you have this place, Indira Point or Pygmalion Point in Greater Nicobar Island. Okay, then you have Gulf of Mannar. So Gulf of Mannar, it is there near. Who will tell me where is Gulf of Mannar located? Where is Gulf of Mannar located? Is there anybody who remembers the place where Gulf of Mannar located? Yeah, Anjali. Anjali, tell me where is Gulf of Mannar located? Rashmi?
It separates India and Sri Lanka.
Exactly, it is the place which separates India and Sri Lanka. Here you have Pak Strait, children. Okay, here you have Pak Strait and also here you have Gulf of Mannar. Okay, remember Gulf of Mannar and Pak Strait are located here. Pak Strait and Pakistan also but it is not like that. Okay, yeah. So these are some important biosphere reserves of India. The difference is here the people's involvement will be there in the protection, the conservation of wildlife and natural vegetation. So did you understand the topic? Raise your hands and say yes or no. Everybody understood. But if I ask the question, we'll turn the pages. Okay. Yeah. Children, let us discuss the question and answers. Open your textbook. Open your textbook. We'll discuss the question and answer so that you can write it. Okay, leave your hands down. Okay. See, first question, children. The forests do not, the forest that do not shed their leaves all at the same time in the year. What are they called? Yes, Akshay.
Tropical evergreen forest.
Yes, they are tropical evergreen forests. Then second one, monsoon forests are also called. Vaishnavi and Hegde. Monsoon forests are also called. Sinchana. Sinchana is but. Monsoon forests are also called. Sumukh Hegde. Sumukh.
Hello, Mataji.
Tell me, monsoon forests are also called.
Tropical deciduous forest.
Exactly, tropical deciduous forest. Then third question, Himalayans have dash type of forest. Himalayans have dash type of forest. Sudhanwa.
Mountain type of forest.
Yeah, mountain type of forest. Mountain answer. Next, the dash forests are mainly found in deltas of rivers. Dash forests are mainly found in deltas of rivers. Jivan.
Mangrove forest.
Exactly, mangrove forest. Then next one, Nagarjuna Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary is located in which state? Nagarjuna Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary. Arun? Yeah. Kripa? Kripa?
Telangana.
Telangana. Okay, correct answer. So, Roman number 2, what is meant by forests? For this, you have the definition in the beginning of the lesson. Name the areas where desert vegetation is found in India. See, while writing about distribution of forest, my children, take first point as the areas which get this type of rainfall. So, desert vegetation is found in the areas which get below 60 centimeters of annual rainfall. Then you write down the places. Okay, second point. As second point, you write down the places. So Rajasthan Thar Desert, it is given in the textbook. You write down that. Okay. Then next, third question we have. Mention any 4 measures for conservation of forests. See, they have asked 4 measures, but do not write only 4 measures. Some 9 to 10 points they have given. No, you pick out some 7 points which you feel very easy. Okay, 6 to 7 points at least you have to write, because this is 3 marks important question and you have to remember at least 6 points. Okay, that is why better to write 7 to 8 points there so that you can remember 6. Okay, so next, fourth question. What is meant by wildlife sanctuaries? So, definition is written on the board. A place which is meant for providing what? Protection for wildlife. And here, killing or capturing of any animal is restricted except under the order of competent authority. This much you have to write. Okay. So in the textbook it is given, write it down. Then next one, name the national parks of Karnataka. So you have already seen national parks of Karnataka. Which are they? Nagarhole, Bannerghatta and Bandipur. Okay. Then afterwards, mention the main objectives of biosphere reserves. Here you have the answer, no? So your education, involvement, conservation and research. These four. So write down in the form of points. SST means points. Remember that. Okay. So this is about India Forest Resources lesson. Yes, children, I have told you to watch the 2 videos of Lokinwar poem. How many of you have not watched the video yet? Akshay has not watched the video. Who has not watched the video yet? Nitin? Nitin? Yeah. Nitin, you have watched the video? Nitin, can you speak? He has seen. Okay. I think all of you have watched the video. In tomorrow's class, first let us discuss the question and answers of the poem Lokinwar, and later, if possible, if time permits, then we'll start social science new lesson. Is that okay? So, Soumya Mataji is waiting for me, I think. Thank you very much. Take 5 minutes break and join the class. Okay? Thank you.